What if I told you your mind is the architect of your reality? Your life is just a reflection of what is inside of you. I'm going to go over how you take control of you in a very short amount of time. So please tune in today. But if you want to know more, you can look at all the messages that I posted. I'm not just on TikTok, I'm on YouTube as well. All my videos are there as well in case TikTok goes away. You hear me? If your life feels out of control, I am here. The first thing we want to establish is that if your life feels out of control, most likely the solution isn't outside of you. We always are looking for external people to save us, when in reality is that the answer is inside of you. You've got to start first with the shadow work, the inner work to clear your mind, right? If you got garbage in here and it's going to be garbage out there, how are you talking to yourself? I tell my daughter, especially my oldest daughter, she's a Scorpio. I love my Scorpios, but I'm like, what percentage is negative self-talk? On any given day, what is your percentage of negative things that you're telling yourself and about others and about living on any given day? And if that percentage is over 10 to 15%, that's it's too much, y'all. Like, honestly, if you are evolving being of light, it should be below 5%. You can't be 100% where you can strive to be, but you just really have to focus on your mindset. You also, if you are feeling like you're trapped, if you're feeling like you're out of control, you're feeling like you're stuck, that you can't possibly get what you intend and desire, or you don't know how to do it, you have to get yourself out of the state of mindset that you don't have what you want. Because by having that mindset, by saying in your mind, by believing in your mind that you are trapped, that you can't do it, that you'll never have it, that you don't know how to do it, you are echoing out into the universe that is the state you are in, and that is the state you will stay. So even if you're in a situation, we'll give an example of a bad relationship, right? Say you're in a bad relationship and you're a stay-at-home mom, and the father of your kids controls all the finances, and he's has guardianship over, could have guardianship over your kids or take you to court. In your mind, you're saying you're trapped, and so you're going to stay right there, and it could possibly be an emotionally abusive or physically abusive situation, not only not safe for you or your kids. This is just a hypothetical, and if it's triggering anyone out there, I'm sorry, but listen, because I've been in something similar. Not quite the same, but similar. Start thinking through your solutions of how you get your way out, because you're telling yourself you're trapped, and as long as your mindset is there, you will be trapped. One thing that my sister said that woke me up out of my situation is she said, he's not ever going to change, but you have to change in order to change the situation. I was looking at a situation, if I broke the contract I was in for the lease, I was going to get on an eviction list, and I went through all these scenarios as to why I couldn't leave because of legal ramifications and everything else. But when she said that to me, and when enough had happened, it clicked. When I surrendered God, it clicked. I started researching, because I was a victim of domestic violence. I started researching the law, like what could I do? What could I do to protect myself? How could I get out of this situation? And I started researching. So when that person decided to continue to be violent and abusive, I moved forward because I took the time to actually learn. I didn't just keep telling myself that I couldn't do it or that I was trapped. I actually started talking to people who knew about what I needed to know, and I had to put aside my pride and my humiliation to do that. So I started reaching out to victims advocates and others. And I started educating myself as well, just researching. And it was still a major risk. It was still a major risk that I was taking in that situation to move forward, just because I didn't know what could happen. But I had to make a decision that I was ready to lose everything to gain everything. And that even if like CPS got involved and I was scared of them, like that eventually it would work out, and that I would show them the truth of the matter, that the greatest defense that I had was to be truthful. And it was, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, the things that happened, the allegations that were made against me, the false things that were said, and that were carrying weight in court, y'all, after everything was done. And I had bias. I had a biased judge. I had a biased guardian ad litem, y'all. It was crazy. It was as if the devil had sent the team to stack karmics to stack against me, because it was clearly the case that I was in a bad situation. It didn't matter. But what ended up holding me was that I was telling the truth, and that I had done my research, and that I had sought help from other people who knew what they were doing. So I'm just giving that an example, y'all, of feeling stuck. And I feel that you can apply the same principles to whatever situation that you're in. So if you feel stuck at a job and you're like, well, I can't do anything else because I could lose my house, I could lose everything, I could lose my kids, we could be homeless. I would tell you this: don't jump to do anything, but make a plan. Be intentional. Take your time. Take baby steps. Do something every day to free yourself. Even if it's in your mind, even if it's thinking through your approach and how you're going to do it. If you're trapped in a relationship and it's just a matter of a conversation, think it through. Every day, think something through a little bit more. Have your plan. Keep it to yourself, unless, like I said, you are seeking help and guidance for others who can help free you. You can free yourself, but you have to get out the mindset that you're stuck, that you're trapped, that you can't do anything, that you'll never have what you want. And if you are seeking to attract something towards you, then you have to change your mindset from a state of lack and not having to a state of abundance, that you already have it. And you have to live like that. You have to live in that mindset, y'all. I am moving toward abundance in all respects: health, relationships, money, prosperity. But I am taking baby steps in each one of it, because it takes discipline. It takes my commitment to those things. And it takes time to really become that person. I am becoming abundance. Every day I take new steps. For everything that I'm not doing well in, I go back and I say, okay, well, how can I be more disciplined? My morning routine, how can I be more disciplined? But it goes from I am going to become a billionaire to I am enjoying my life as a billionaire. I am enjoying writing. I am enjoying teaching spiritual school. I enjoy healing, doing Reiki. I enjoy sharing my abundance and giving and teaching others how to be abundant, like how I am. I am becoming abundance. So if you want to attract in your divine counterpart, your partner, I am in love. And say it every day. The divine love that I desire desires me. That's how you got to feel. And then you got to make sure you're taking the aligned action, the law of manifestation, right, y'all? You got to take aligned action every day as if your divine counterparts coming in. What is the cleanup that you need to do in your life that's going to lay the foundation for your partner to come in and then for you to sustain it? What cleanup work do you need to do inside of you? And this is the last point because I'm rambling. I'm going over time. If you were all kinds of messed up and, you know, the darker side of you has been really coming forward, you know, maybe you hurt people, maybe you wish people harm in your thoughts, right? Maybe you've been had dependency on certain drugs. Maybe you just have been like really in a dark place in your life and you're not proud of who you are. You're not proud of who you've hurt. And you want to change. You want to change because, well, one, karma, I'm sure if you've been hurting yourself and others, is coming. It's probably affecting you. And there's like nothing seeming to go right in your life because of that. If you so choose to start moving toward a lighter version of yourself, a more evolved version of yourself, a more loving version of yourself, a less fearful version of yourself, a stronger you, then you need to start every day taking action to start shedding those shadows, those dark aspects of yourself. Don't try to do it all at once. Start with the things that bother you the most about yourself. If it's that you are always talking about other people negatively, stop doing it. Try to stop doing it. Every day, like I said, start with one thing. Start with one aspect, because healing is not linear. It doesn't just go forward. Healing, you take a part of yourself that you want to heal and you chip away at it every day. And then you look at what you do and then you celebrate the small wins. You celebrate when you do well. And, you know, you could regress. You could regress because certain situations or people could trigger you. They could try to pull you back into the older version, the older outdated version of yourself. That's a turn up. That's a crash out, right? So that regression can happen, but when it does, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and reaffirm, recenter yourself. Go ground, go bask in the sun, get your vitamin D, put your feet on mother, the ground. Recenter, meditate. Recommit yourself back to the aligned action for the manifestation that you want to bring in. And if it is releasing a part of you that no longer serves you, that is no longer in your alignment, commit to it and get back to work. And keep doing it. And every time that the universe wants to test you, pass the test. And it's okay if you don't pass all the time. Like I said, it's not linear, but keep going forward. Keep moving forward for whatever aspect. And once you heal that aspect, then you're going to see that layer will drop and another part of you that you want to heal will come forward. So if the first thing was gossiping, and then the second thing is that you have to remove dependencies, whether if it's certain drugs or alcohol, whatever that is, you're going to have to take baby steps. Give yourself time. Seek help if you can't do it yourself. But take baby steps to do it. You got to get the gunk up off you so that you can shine. So that you can shine brightly. The way that I know you can. See, in order to create and control your reality and to create and control a reality that you desire, you have to be in control of you. And you allowing certain substances to control your emotions and your body, therefore your spirit, you aren't in control. You have to take back the reins of your life. You have to have a clear mind to be able to be intentional as a creator under the Most High God. All right, y'all. I hope this is relevant and helpful. I think this is one message that possibly can resonate with everyone. Because even if you feel like you're in a good place in your life, there is always something about ourselves that we could improve and grow. And knowing that we have the power of creation that God has given us is the good news. If you don't like something, change how you think about it. And then change your actions to address it. And change everything. We have the power. We have all the power. I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.